Now, in order to use the Holy Moonlight Sword, we need 16 Strength, 12 Skill. So we gotta level up a little bit.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
There we go.
Hunters have told me about the church, about the gods and their love. But do the gods love their creations? I am a doll created by you humans. Would you ever think to love me? Of course. I do love you. Isn't that how you've made me? Hunters have... Would you... Of course. I do. Isn't that...
That's creepy.
Farewell, good
That's just
hunter.
creepy.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
And now, chat. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, baby. Now, you might be asking, what should we do? Well, the first thing we're going to do is level up this weapon as much as we can. Which isn't much, but it's a little bit. Alright, so we need some more twin shards. Thankfully, we're getting to the point where twin shards, the game starts throwing them at us. The game's sort of like, do you have enough of these yet? Before we go there, though, we're going to open up our first Chalice dungeon. Gehrman told us to seek a holy chalice, and so that is exactly what we shall do. We'll take the rest of our blood echoes, and we will buy blood vials. And a bullet, I guess. Because why not? Zan the Maniac with a gift sub to Velonis. Thank you very much, Zan. Velonis, welcome back. Yeah, sword does use bullets. Now, you know, if you are doing a challenge run like this, you feel free to do it however the hell you want to. I, however, don't like to use online Chalice dungeons for challenge runs. I think it kind of defeats the purpose, right? I like it to be an honest run, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to, you know? You do it, you know, it's just a different way to try and enjoy a game that you've probably already enjoyed before, right? So, you know, do whatever you want. It's your video game. But for me, I don't like to use the online chalices, what do you call it? I can't think of what they're called. False steps. Ooh, baby. Look at that. Look at that sword. Now, one of the what's so great about doing this kind of run is you really learn to appreciate like what this sword does or what your weapon does, really. You know what I mean? So the R2 poke, absolutely brutal. Very good attack. Has hyper armor. Is great. And then the R1s also have hyper armor. Pretty wide sweeping arc. Honestly, if I'm being real, the Holy Moonlight Sword has too much hyper armor. Like, considering how much more hyper armor it has than the Kirk Hammer, it's a little ridiculous. But man, it's a good weapon. It's a good ass weapon. There was an example of some hyper armor right there for you. You can also get some sweet combos in with the hyper armor. Hyper armor in Bloodborne, you know, this can happen in Dark Souls as well, but a unique sort of issue that hyper armor has in Bloodborne is that sometimes you trap yourself in a position where you're stuck swinging because you didn't get staggered, and so now opponents can combo attacks that they typically couldn't combo before because their attack is so fast and your hyper armor lasts for so long that it can cause some issues for you. Poisoned by poise. It's like suffering from success. The charged R2 poke has an interesting quality where the follow-up R2 is an uppercut, but it can do an interesting thing. Most follow-up R2s take the place of a backstab, but with the Holy Moonlight Sword, that doesn't happen sometimes. Sometimes you'll get that second R2 and it re-backstabs them. Sometimes you don't get the second R2. It's a weird attack with some weird it's a weird attack with some weird properties. Can you break the fog vase with the music box? We can try. So the Chalice dungeons, to me, sort of represent... they sort of represent, like, what the first hunters saw when they were in Bergenworth and they found the labyrinth underground. And then they sealed it up. They locked it away so that other people couldn't get at it. A part of me is curious if the reason we find so much Canehurst armor down here is because they came down here with, like, it was like a shared sort of, like, they were doing it together. Like, Bergenworth was doing it with Canehurst. Or did Canehurst really come down here way, way, way before the Healing Church? Or not the Healing Church, but before Bergenworth was founded. Chalice Dungeon's a great place to come down here and get some early upgrade materials, as well as some blood vials, some bullets, and blood echoes that you can in turn use to buy more blood vials. I appreciate your Scrub Dojo videos. However, the lack of Demon of Hatred made me make him seppuku. Did we fight? We fought the Demon of Hatred on the Scrub Dojo live series, didn't we? Demon of Hatred, like, Demon of Hatred has a big-ass health bar. And I know a lot of people don't like him. But, like, Empowered Mortal Draw melts him. The Malcontent Whistle can get you through Phase 3, where he starts doing all of his weird stuff. Like... I like him. I like Demon of Hatred. I think he's fun. Alright, so undead giants have, like, a tumor on some part of their body. And that tumor is a huge portion of their health. So, I don't like to pop it until Phase 2 of a fight starts with a giant. I find that, you know, in Phase 2, the giants are more aggressive. They have different attacks. More focused. So, yeah, like I like to save that pimple pop until Phase 2, and it really makes Phase 2 go a lot faster. The Holy Moonlight Sword tricked R1s, allowing us to hit the giant in the head and build up stagger. Oh! He's got like 4 or 5 attacks. If he does the big uppercut, where he leaves himself exposed for a while, that's free damage. That uppercut right there is hard to punish because that arm doesn't have a hitbox. That's what happens if you're wrong. You think he's finished, but he's not. When you're backing away to heal like this, you have to be careful because he has this giant jump he can do. Damn it. I know a lot of people hate the giant who has the chains on him, but I've really come to appreciate that giant and how consistent he is with his attacks. This giant, to me, is the harder of the two. Simply because he can either do 3 attacks, or he can do 4 attacks. It just depends on how he's feeling. Or he can do 5 attacks, and you just never know. You just never know which one he's going to do. Whereas with the Chain Giant, you get to choose how many attacks he's going to do by positioning yourself for said attacks. I suppose we could be using some R2s right here. It's important we don't pop that pimple, though. Dickard the Wizard, welcome back! $3 months, thank you. Ow. Look out for that jump. There it is. Now at about half health, he's going to start slamming on the ground. It's a huge AoE attack that you just can't be close to. You can dodge it, but it's a pain in the ass to dodge. So, like, you know, just don't. Especially at low health. There it is. Alright, so now we're open to popping that pimple. Oh! Watch the jump. A lot of enemies have that heal punish where they just jump at you. It's very similar to Genichiro. Look at that damage! It's over! It's over, Giant! It's over. It was easier for me to free aim and pop that pimple with the free aim. Easier. Anyway, it's very similar to how Genichiro in Sekiro has a jump attack that he does to try and punish your heals. However, you always have enough time to heal and then Mikiri counter it, as long as you've put enough distance between you. It's similar with the Giant there. He gave us an Adept Blood Gemstone. Adept means either blunt damage up or thrust damage up. In the case of thrust damage up, it honestly probably not a bad call. But this is not going to be a very good gem. Blunt attack up 8.8%, add physical 4.2%. Now that we can use the Tonitrus, we could put this on the Tonitrus because it's all blunt and bolt. So that, you know what I mean? Like, it can go somewhere. Now, right here, the blood vials, not really the important thing. That's not what we're really after. What we're really after is, oh, there's a trap right there. What we're really after right here is, what we're really after right here is, the Watchers. The Watchers boss is going to drop us a blood gem that is absolutely decent, and that's the best that we can ask for. Is absolutely decent. Now, this is a very early depth Chalice dungeon, so the boss, the enemies here pose like no real threat to a +4 weapon. Oh, is that the naked guy? Oh, God, the naked guy sucks, chat. Alright, he poses a threat. He poses a very real threat. Naked guy sucks. Alright, so transformation attacks, if you don't know this, transformation attacks, meaning attacks like this, and attacks like this, attacks that you press L1 to do, the rally on those attacks is much greater than just regular attacks. So if you're trying to hit an enemy and regain some health back, and it's safe, the best way to do it is with a transformation attack. You'll regain more health, which is something I don't see a lot of people talk about. Like, everybody knows about the rally mechanic, and how if you hit somebody, you get some health back. But different attacks give you different amounts of health back. So, like those transformation attacks, if it's safe to do it, that's the way to go. Did we pull that lever? Chat, did we pull that lever? Chat says we did. Yes, we did. The light changes. So yeah, we changed. We did. Thank you. Is there an enemy down here? No? Whoa! There is! You lied to me. There we go. I was curious if we could, like... It'd be funny if we could, like, glitch the torch onto the shield. And that would be kind of badass. Alright, we're about to fight the Watchers, and they are going to give us a blood gem that's actually worth putting in a weapon, which is great and good and nice. So the Moonlight Sword can do all kinds of fun stuff against the Watchers, but, you know, you gotta wait until after, you know, you get them not 3-on-1. Now these are early Watchers, so my visceral attack is still worth a shit. 2, 3... About to get shot. Now, we can do some cool combos here, using our hyper armor to just bully the hell out of this guy. It's fun. It's great. And you can find a lot of attacks. You can find a lot of weapons that are capable of doing this. When you start bullying the Gun Watcher, he tries to donk you on the head with his lantern, but the lantern doesn't have a lot of poise damage on it, so it won't break any hyper armor, which is great. I love that. That gives us access to a Thumaru Root Chalice, as well as a Tempering Blood Gemstone. Physical attack up 10%. Yeah, if you're using a really fast weapon and you poise break him and he swings that lamp, as long as your weapon is fast, you're out of recovery before he swings the lamp, so you can, like, hit him, parry, and I mean just tear that dude apart. It's awesome. They're not so bad. But man, it gets boring fighting them after like 6 years. Also, what's up, question? So, we've got another blood gem that we can slap in here once we unlock that final slot. What we're going to do is we're going to unlock that final slot. We have killed Lawrence. We have the password to enter the Forbidden Woods. And we can go into the Forbidden Woods and we can unlock that next blood gem slot, as well as pick up some twin bloodstone shards, which is what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and buy some blood vials, some bullets. We might lean towards bullets right now. Yeah, let's lean towards bullets. And I'm going to put a little split in the VOD right here. I'm going to take a little break for myself. And when we come back, Forbidden Woods time. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. I hope you're enjoying Bloodborne.